Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in the last videos, you've seen that we've been working on the FRS drift car and we've hit a little bit of a standstill because we were waiting on some parts to show up. So the diff is off at my buddy's getting welded up, and after that we can put in all of the ISR arms in the rear. We are doing the GK Tech diff risers as well to help with the car being lowered. The axles won't be put in such a bind, and hopefully it will help with the axle issue that these cars unfortunately are known for. One of the good things we did get in though is we did get in our drive shaft from Drift Motion. So this is the AR5 to the 4-bolt Toyota style rear diff, and it also comes with the little splice joint that goes into the back of the transmission. Like I said, we have all the ISR arms. We have our Faction Fab FR Spec V2s for the rear coilovers, and we also got in our, not exactly, it's Tommy Kyra, I believe is how you say it. I think it gives the car just a cool little style. Got the roof wing mounted, the side skirts, the TRD Type 2 side skirts are mounted, and we got the rear spats ordered, and we were waiting on the front lip. The wheels that I ordered from Injuku are actually on back order, but Fitment Industries did have them in stock. So I went ahead and ordered them from them. They're supposed to be here on next Tuesday. This is Tuesday the 4th as we're filming this video. But I think this spoiler, like I said, it's just kind of taped on there for mock-up. But I think it's got a cool little vibe to it. I think with all the other aero and with the wheels and everything, it'll look pretty decent. But for the purpose of this video, guys, I wanted to give you, one, a quick heads up on the FRS. Two, if you've seen the montage at the beginning, I'm going to show you what some of you guys were asking for, which is kind of an overview of the E36. I know a lot of you guys like those cars, and this is kind of the seat time drift car slash kind of loaner car to my buddies if they ever want to come and drive with me. So I'm going to give you a walk around of the car, show you everything that's wrong with it, because there is a lot. But at the end of the day, the car does what it's supposed to do, and it still does drift. So guys, let's just dive in from the back of the car. A couple of things that I did from when I got the car, I did switch the taillights out to these red and amber style taillights. We have the M3 style lower valence and the LTW wing that about every E36 seems to get. It is missing the rear badge. The little trunk trim is broken. We're missing some trim down there, and we have this little bit of damage there. The trunk also, for some reason, does not fully shut. I think the trunk latch is just bad, or maybe it's this mechanism, but I'm on the search for one, so I'll be fixing that soon. This is all the spare parts that came with the car. And we do have a little bit of rust issue over here, which I believe if I do what I'm planning on doing with this car long term, that's not going to matter, because I'm literally going to cut out almost all of the rear end. We're going to put an LS1 in this thing since it does have the ZF trans, and it kind of makes the swap a little easier. Drop an LS1 in it, Haltech Rebel LS, just like we did in the FRS drift car, and make this a little bit of a better seat time car than the M52 that's in it now. Now that is not a shot at the M52. It's a great engine, but I do think with the added torque and everything, and I've got most of the swap parts already, it'll be easier than just like turboing the M52 or something. So we'll continue down the side. Some little dings. Missing a door handle over here. And the funny thing about missing that door handle is that I bought a second door with the door handle cheaper than what I could buy that door handle for off of eBay or anywhere else. Like that door, the complete door handle assembly is insanely expensive. And my buddy Brandon Wentz, he actually had a black coupe door, and he sold it to me for cheaper than I could buy just that door handle. If you look at the wheels, it is on M3 wheels, M3 style wheels. I forgot exactly what they are, what they call them, but they do look pretty good. We did the stud conversion on it, which the front ones is missing one of them, so we put the bolt back through there. We did the M3 front bumper, the black grills, so it's got like the typical E36 aero package on it. M3 side skirts. I think these are just factory plastic lenses. Clear side markers. The previous owner had these wrapped green, but I was actually in the process of putting these back to blue. But we'll get to that eventually. I did do eBay M3 style mirrors. Has like the turn signals in it. I don't think the actual M3 mirrors have that. Greg left a GoPro mount on it. He is the one that I was telling you in the previous drift videos. This was on loan to. He did all the labor to get it ready. I bought all the parts. Besides the overheating, it did pretty well. So engine-wise, this thing is pretty much stock. When I first got it, it had a charging issue, but it turns out that the jumper wire that comes from the alternator to the starter and then goes over to the battery post before it goes to the back. The wire from the alternator wasn't even connected, so that's why it was like showing 19 volts coming from the alternator, just because it didn't have anything really to drag it down. Still has the cruise control modules, all of that. I don't think it actually works, but it's got like this intake on it. Supposedly this thing has S52 cams in it, tuned by RK. And I think it has like an M3 exhaust on it. I'm not sure about any of that, but the car I think definitely needs retuned. Moving back to the inside, it's missing some trim around the steering column, NRG bucket seat, planted seat bracket, harness bar, NRG wheel, fire extinguisher, and chassis mount shifter. Now the thing with this shifter is once you're in gear, and it's not the shifter's fault, the stock shifter was like this as well. It has so much slop in literally every gear. Neutral, you can't really tell, obviously, but even reverse. So I'm assuming that the detents down by the transmission are bad, so I need to get that addressed. A lot of the trim's just kind of like not really connected right now. Ignition is not on the key anymore. It is actually put over here on this switch that was in there very well. Not sure what exactly happened to it. But anyway, you just push down and she fires up. Now it's got an issue with the idle a little bit, that you have to give it a little bit of fuel to really get it to idle up until it's warm. So I think that's a tune issue more so than anything, because once it's warmed up and everything, it does fine. So like I said, it's definitely not stock exhaust. I was told that it has an M3 setup on it, but I think it's a little bit loud, too loud for that, unless it has a resonator or anything removed. But the car is actually quite loud. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. Listen at the way it has just a little bit of like a chop. Makes me wonder if it is factory cams or if that's just kind of how the tune is set. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. Just wanted to upload a quick video to basically answer some of the questions that I had about the E36 kind of seat time drift car. Quick overview of everything on the body. M3 front bumper, M3 side skirts, LTW rear wing, M3 style wheels. Not really M3 style, they're actual M3 wheels, M3 rear diffuser. Interior, we have NRG quick release, NRG wheel, NRG Prisma, planted seat brackets, harness bar harness, and chassis mount shifter. Drivetrain wise, S52 cams, supposedly, intake, tune, and exhaust. Other than that, the car is pretty much stock. Drivetrain wise, no angle kit, 3.91 welded rear diff, and that's about it. So we are going to do the FAPO angle kit on the car eventually, as soon as the FRS is done. We'll probably tinker with the E36 a little bit, and then we'll dive into the 240. We need to get that drivetrain out and everything. Like I said, I bought the 2JZ for it, so we'll pull the SR20 out of it and then get the JZ put into it. But guys, hit that big thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video.